Well, sounded a lot better than I thought. Well, how's it going, JDM crew? It's a bit warm today. Got my towel. You know, if there's anything you can rest assured of is best tips in life. Don't panic and bring a towel. Today I've got with me here Mark IV Supra, beautiful 2JZ. That happens to be 3.1 liter. And it sounds a lot better than I was originally expecting. This thing is super crazy, to say the least. You can definitely get more information from our sales team, but I don't think they're going to be able to tell you exactly what all the parts mean. This thing is incredible. Tuned by one of our partner shops in the Tokyo area. Listen to that. That's one of the... Hearing inline 6s above 3 liters, it just sounds really crazy, but this one is really tuned properly. Revs way over what it normally revs to. This thing's got a built-in, or this, I don't know, the bottom end is built, the top end is built, everything about this is built. I mean, probably the only thing crazier than this would be like the top secret one that was, which was seen on the internet and sold not too long ago also. This one has a Nasrec, was that the high response kit, I believe? I'm just gonna cruise in 6th gear since I'm at highway speeds really easily there. This thing's really effortless. It's one of the craziest things that I have seen in a while. And, yeah. Pretty interesting, to say the least. Yeah, actually, because I'm not going at higher highway speeds, I just go into 5th. 6-speed, as usual, with these. And, wow, just everything about this being built is crazy. We've got the suspension parts from HKS. We've got Volk wheels. Really wide, by the way. I've got 275s in the back, and I don't even remember up in the front. But this has definitely got the power. We've got 1200cc injectors. I mean, okay, and the SARD fuel regulator, SARD, was that 295 liter per hour fuel pump. So, yeah, this thing has got everything to support everything else in a really incredible manner. Oh, wow. Also, the clutch is very nice too. Despite being also upgraded, everything being upgraded, it's still very drivable. So yeah, we've got this beautiful Bayside blue, which is turning heads left and right. Which is funny, because we do have that R33 that we just posted up not that long ago also. That's a solid on there. Cool. Defi, what's this? Oil temperature, water temperature, and the boost gauge. Boost is tilted just a little bit, so the needle pegs, I guess it's a little bit more visible to what's normal, I guess, because yeah, everything, they actually took the time to make sure it's all fitted nicely. AC's blowing nice and cold, I love it. We got another 100-degree day, so about 36 to 38 Celsius for everybody else in the world. My fuel gauge went down a little bit already just from a couple of revs. So yeah, so this thing, it's got a 2-liter surge tank as well, so fuel system fully supports this. I should have asked them for a little bit more gas before doing the video. But yeah, I got a Momo steering wheel, and I am not sure about this shift knob, but everything's very comfortable here. Yeah, the kit that you'll see in a little bit when I do the walk around, you guys are going to really like it. It's very beautiful. Everything's accented really nicely. It's actually well done too, because around the wing area and along the body kit lines, instead of just slapping on the kit, they actually have like the proper foam. Everything's kind of fitted nicely and sealed, so it's not rattling, it's not scraping. So they definitely took their time with this one. A really great shop there. hearing that. And I also got a really big turbo, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. I'll go through the whole list while I'm kind of showing you guys the rest of the parts, but you guys are gonna love this. Well, starting off from the interior here, we got some Sparco floor mats there. ZSS Racing bucket seats here, faded, but you know, they still do their job and they're pretty comfortable. As you can see, I'm holding the camera in the reflection there. Got Diffie gauges, good old, well, the dash, as you can see, pretty good shape. I don't know if you can see it through the reflection there. There you go. But yeah, overall, no cracks. Yeah, you can see here the seats again. Carbon fiber bucket seat, by the way. Holds really well. So you guys get a view of the back. So yeah, you can fit 4 people in here, and reasonably comfortable. If you're of the taller side, it's gonna be a little bit more rough, but hey. You can see Sparco pedals, the Momo steering wheel, and this is removable, by the way. So see if I can get that. There you go. So nice little quick release hub there. Good. Solid. And we do have 300 km/h gauges there. Good old 300, oh 320 technically. So basically around 200 miles an hour. And show you the mileage on here. Just about a little over 100,000 kilometers. So almost 70,000 miles. So really good. And the headliner there, it's all good. And let me pop the trunk. And so, full disclosure, this is a performance vehicle. We don't need a spare wheel or some tire or anything like that. But it's not like we have room for that, because we got part of the surge tank there. We got a lot of other great fuel components back there. So yeah, but they trimmed it nicely so it at least fits in here stock. But we do still have some of the tools and other things like that, so if you guys are wanting some of that, well, yeah, it still has it. Alright, so just showing the exterior real quick before we jump into the engine bay. You see that really nice Bayside blue, actual Bayside blue. Got the right color code. Really good stuff. Got a vented hood up front. Let me just do a little walk around from ground level here so you guys can see. Just looks really beautiful. As you can see, those Volks there, 18s, really nice. And here we are up around the front. So as you can see, the offset on these is just perfect, keeping everything aerodynamic. You got glass headlights there, and you'll see the intercooler supported by some massive plumbing, so we'll get into that shortly. I also have a list of that. I've got to read off some of the parts, because this is full of them. And we do have HKS coilovers, which not sure if we can catch a glimpse there. You can kind of see it there, especially with the purple mounting plates there. I'll be able to show that from the engine bay shortly, but I can't really get a good visual on that. But let's just jump under the hood here. Alright, so I'm just going to start reading off the list here, and I know the sales folks will probably be referring to this video because they're not so sure about a lot of these internal components. Definitely I can tell you a little bit more about them since I have a little more familiarity. But yeah, starting off with the 3.1 liter kit, they got this actually tuned ready for 800 horsepower, but It's detuned a bit. I am not sure what the dyno is, and the dyno we usually go to can't handle this amount of power, so we might have to go somewhere else for testing. We do have a 4-bar map sensor from Link. There you go, Link. So definitely can handle the pressure. You got the CP Carrillo pistons, so those are the oversized pistons, so that's inside of that baby right there. We got RSE metal head gasket. We've got, they balanced it, so they did do a number of tuning there, so that's probably why it revs so easily. They definitely took care of that. We've got Tomei, let's see, crank bearings. We got rod bearings, ARP head bolts, and the Naprec, what is that, the high response kit that I was telling you about earlier. That includes oversized valves and valve guides, and believe it or not, we've got Crower retainers and valve springs in here, so that would explain why it handles the revving so good. And we also have Manley H-beam connecting rods, so basically a bulletproof bottom end. And we did have that SARD fuel pump and the surge tank you guys saw on the bank. We got the fuel pressure regulator right here, as you can see, SARD. And we got Bosch 1200cc injectors down along there. I guess you can kind of see them. And the fuel rail and everything down there. So yeah, this thing is beefed up quite a bit. And just continuing on, we have ORC twin plate clutch and OS Gaiken two-way differential, so I'm surprised that the differential didn't kick as much when I was taking the turns. It wasn't clicking or anything, so it's very smooth differential as expected from OS Gaiken. And HKS coilovers all around. We don't have too much in the way of chassis stiffening, but it makes it a bit more forgiving, especially under power. So it's still very comfortable to drive. You saw the 320 gauges inside there and the Defi gauges inside the cabin there. We do have a custom downpipe, and we do have the HKS exhaust manifold. So this is all custom, one-off. So that's what they have listed on here. Got the Greddy intercooler you guys saw up front. And by the way, for the turbine on this turbo, we have a Borg Werner. It's the 369 SXE, and it's got a billet wheel. HKS wastegate, which is over there. Got a whole bunch of goodies from HKS actually. And the GFB GeForce 2 boost controller. So that's actually inside. I could show you that here. One second, guys. We do have the actual interface right there. So hold on, let me zoom in there. GeForce 2, as you can see. Ah, geez, focus. There we go. So definitely a lot of good components and all the controls that you need for it. And we do have an ETC reader and that Eclipse audio system inside, so I'm pretty sure you're not too worried about that while we're looking at this beautiful engine here. We do have high flow air filter, and yeah, the muffler and the exhaust is all custom, so that's also why the tone is pretty much not like anything you normally would hear on the market. You might want to get it tested for legal limits, but it sounds really good that I don't think most people are going to care about that. And of course inside you guys already saw the Momo steering wheel and the ZSS buckets, so that's pretty much the list that we have for all this good stuff here. And yes, before shipment we'll be raising this up, so whoever gets it, just like all of our cars, we do raise them up above 12 centimeters. So yes, in a lot of the videos we have the cars are lowered or at whatever height they were set when we got them, and we do have to lift them up so shipment will be safe and you guys don't have any damaged components. So on rare occasion there has actually been like a bumper crack or anything, but insurance covered that. Usually it was the shipping company related, even if they gave us the okay. So cars like this will be safe for export. They actually did really good with the silicone hoses everywhere. Something, usually with wiring and plumbing, I'm usually a bit weary with a lot of mods, but this one is done really well. They tied up everything nicely. Short runs with the vacuum hoses and the different lines, which is pretty important if you want to get proper sensor readouts. So really awesome work that these guys did, and beautifully tuned. Well, there you have it, crew. Another really awesome Supra, but this is definitely a bit different than our previous ones that we've ever had here because of a 3.1 liter stroker kit on there and just everything on it being fully built. Like, honestly, this would probably be more like what I would have expected it from all the old option videos and seeing those top secret videos in the early 2000s. Like, this is how a Supra should be built. Obviously you can beef up the suspension and chassis a little bit more, but this is really comfortable, still got the power, and it's really streetable. That's the really stunning part about this. So not everybody wants to drive a track vehicle around every day. I understand that. I really wouldn't mind, but some people do. So this will probably be a little bit more on the comfortable side, but really it's balanced out nicely. The bucket seats are pretty comfortable, and yeah, the power delivery on there, it's tame enough for the street, but there's definitely a beast hiding under this hood. So really something else. And like I mentioned earlier, the sales guys can definitely let you know the list, but this is a little bit better of an explanation of what's going on here. You could probably look up some of those parts as well, and with some of the kits, just like the that Nazareth, which is from the Tokyo area. They kind of put together a few items from around I mean, we got freaking Crower parts in here too, so really good stuff. This is definitely meant to go. Definitely a beast of a 2JZ. And as always, guys, you can definitely hit us up: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or email, info@jdm-expo.com. All those will go to our sales team. They'll be able to get back to you within about 24 hours. But like I mentioned about these parts, it's a little bit above what they're used to. They're a little bit more on the classic side. So, but when it comes to heavily modded stuff, they know the list, but they don't quite understand what all this magic stuff happens. You know, just air, fuel, boom, horsepower magic. Yeah, it's all voodoo to them, so don't worry about it. But as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed that. This thing sounds amazing, and hopefully one of you guys will be taking this home pretty soon, or maybe we can build one. I would definitely be down for that. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Stay frosty.